Hello all, my name is Ryan Olson with WHITEBONE Creations, and here on this channel we showcase how to clean skulls species by species. Today I am cleaning a Colombian blacktail deer taken by yours truly in Oregon, and yes, the process is the same for almost all deer. However, people search critter by critter, so we're going to show you all of them. First things first, whenever you're cleaning a skull, no matter what your method is, you want to remove the hide and as much meat and tissue as you can. I like to take my knife and dig up underneath the pedicle, making sure I get all that hair up from underneath there. Then take your knife and kind of outline that eyeball, get your finger in behind there and pull those out as well. Then I take my knife and cut right and left of the mandible bones, the jawbone. I do that with the knife, and then I hyperextend the jaw and remove it, cleaning up any of the excess tissue. Then I take a screwdriver and I stick it down the ear canal about 1.5 inches, and then I pop out that ear butt or that auditory bowl. Once I've done that on both sides, I take a 5/8 wafer bit or a paddle bit and I wallow out that hole. This way I can spray down the brain hole and that brain will come out those two bottom holes and I won't get a face full of brain. Then I take a generic shrink wrap that you would find at like the UPS store, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace, something like that, and I stretch it nice and tight around the base of the antler and about 1/3 of the way up. I'm trying to waterproof that area so when I'm boiling, I'm not losing any of that beautiful color. I take electrical tape or mill tape, whatever sort of stretch tape you have, and I wrap that again just to hold everything in place during the boil. Then I nestle it down in a pot with a little bit of degreasing product. Here I'm using Tide Pods. You can use Dawn dish soap, Zoats, you name it. Just something to keep the grease separated in the water. I boil for about 10 to 15 minutes depending on the age of the animal. If the animal is young, I spend less time. If the animal is old, I spend more time. Then I pull it out, set it in place, and I like to power wash into every single hole and every orifice. Anywhere there's meat or tissue, make it go away. Let's get to washing. This way of skull cleaning, boiling, and power washing is very traditional. It's a fast, easy way to do it. It'll take a little getting used to, but you should be spraying about 20 minutes and have that skull done. I also use a long pair of forceps. I pull out all the nose bones and then wash way down in that nasal cavity to make sure I'm getting all that junk out of there. That's very controversial. Not everybody likes those out of there. If you don't, leave them in there and do the best you can washing in and around those nose bones. Because the question always comes up, I'm using a little 1500 PSI commercial hot water washer. It does a fantastic job. I'm not damaging any bone and it just works out perfect for me. As soon as it's clean or 90% clean, I put it in a clean pot of water and then I add about 1/2 gallon of peroxide. The stuff I'm using currently is made by GLB. It used to be Aquasilk. I buy it from a company called the Pool Geek online, and I just put about 1/2 gallon in there to about 3 gallons of water. Now, if you've been here for a few years, you've heard the ratios change 100 times. I'm always changing. It's always in flux. The bottom line is you're trying to add a high strength of peroxide to a double or triple amount of water so you can bring it to a boil without foaming, and it's going to whiten and degrease all in the same breath. I leave it in there about 10 minutes tops. I pull it out, Remove my shrink wrap around the antler, spray nice and tight against the pedicle, give everything a real good rinse, and then set it out to dry. I record about 1 in every 70 or 80 skulls. So I start these projects and I'm on to the next one, and I'm constantly just messing stuff up because filming these is not my number one priority. I love to share them, but some of that's in the background. That's just a poor excuse for saying I didn't do a real good job of following through this video. So in 24 hours, sitting in front of a fan, these skulls have dried beautifully. I take flooring mop and glow, I brush it on the outside of the skull, and in about 10 minutes, it's good and dry. It sealed the bone, and then I'm ready to give this to the client. I know that this is a fast-paced version of skull cleaning. If you go back on this channel, there is literally hundreds of films, all showing the same process on different animals. If you have questions or comments, please leave them for me and I'll do my best to address it. I've got about 5 new skull cleaning films coming. Hopefully, if I didn't cover it here, I'm gonna catch it in the next film. Thank you like always for watching. Till next time, be kind to one another.